Okay, so that way I can post this recording. So thank you guys for jumping on the call. I'm super excited because there's so many of you on the call. So many of you are new. Yes. And you guys are awesome. Like, you're doing so good. I'm so proud of all of you. I don't know if it's because you're getting out of your own head. I don't know if it's because you're just super excited about the new program, or if it just clicked and you guys are like wanting to share with everybody, but it's amazing. You're doing awesome. I feel like we're just ringing that bell and you guys are like sending me messages trying to figure out like how to get somebody started on this or that. And it's amazing. So a lot of times when you guys start, or when we have new coaches start, and you guys are going to be adding coaches to your team, so you're going to be able to answer you're going to start to answer their questions about their fears and stuff. So a lot of you guys, when you started, you're like, okay, I'm not going to have enough people. Like, I'm going to run out of people. I don't know that many people. Like, whatever your fear was, that you're not going to make, like, you're not going to be able to do this because of something in your head that tells you that you can't. So I want you to throw that out. I want you to get rid of that idea, whatever it is, or more than one idea that you can't do it. Because, and I said this at the team training, and I never uploaded that recording. I should do that. But you know, you just have to be willing to make this work. And I was talking to someone today about this, and it's like, you've got to figure out how this is going to work for you, because it's going to work for me. I'm going to make this work for me, but my schedule isn't the same as yours, and I'm going to figure out a way to make it work for me, but it might look different than yours. So you just have to be willing to manage this and make it manageable so that you can fit this in your day. And I feel like you guys are doing that for sure. But there's just times that it feels hard, or it feels like you can't fit it in, or whatever it is, but you guys are making it happen. So as far as you guys, so many of you guys, we've had like 3 or 4 people go Emerald this week, which is amazing. It's awesome. And that's 2 coaches. That's adding 2 coaches underneath you. It's not hard. I promise you can do it. It's just the fact that you guys are reaching out to people. And I don't know if it's because maybe you're reaching out to more people. And that's something I think you need to think about. Like someone had said the other day, you know, well, I don't feel like I'm not getting people involved with challenge packs, or I'm not getting people involved. And it's like, well, how many people, you need to ask yourself, how many people are you talking to? Because the ones that are hitting Success Club, and I can include myself in this, it's like, I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you, because I'll just be honest, like, I'm not tracking on my Go for No, like I should be, but I'm also sending out an ton of messages. And I'm just inviting everybody. And it's like, with the 2B mindset and with these programs, it's like anybody could do this. This isn't just like for someone specific. So that's what's nice about this. That 2B mindset will help so many people on so many levels. And it may be somebody who's nutritionally challenged. It may be somebody who hates to work out. It may be somebody who, who can't work out, or whatever, needs help just eating right. But like, we know that program is for everyone. Everyone needs help with that. Everyone needs accountability and needs to know like what foods that they can eat, and make it super simple and easy, especially if the 21-day fixed container system didn't work for them. Or they don't want to count carbs, or they don't want to count whatever. And same thing with the BOD. It's like, if there's not a program on there that somebody can find to like, then I don't know what to tell them. Like, I don't know, because there's over like 3,000 different workouts. So the thing of it is like, you don't have to, it's like, there's nothing to figure out. It's like, you reach out to people, which you guys are doing, but I'm just trying to help you to like know when you're feeling like, okay, who could I reach out to now? Or you know, who could I invite today? Because I just don't see anybody I could invite. Well, we all have Facebook friends, and you should be adding to your network. So make sure that you're adding, because this is super important, or you really will like feel like you're running out of people. So seems weird for you new coaches, and I was weirded out by this at the beginning, but you're not gonna add men, you're gonna add women. So you're gonna add females who you have mutual friends with. So it's like, I will go through people, and like, this is an easy way to do it. So you can go by the suggested, but I don't really like that, because usually the suggested, I'm like, I don't know. I don't usually find a ton on there, but like, go to somebody who you know knows a lot of people. So go to that person, and they're not in Beachbody. They have nothing to do with Beachbody. They don't maybe want anything to do with Beachbody, or they haven't said yes yet, or whatever. It doesn't matter. Go to their Facebook, go to their friends, and look at their friends, and you will be surprised as to how many people you guys have mutual friends with. And add like 10 of those people that you have like 12 mutual friends with. And I know it seems weird, and everybody's like, well, this is my personal page and I don't want people seeing stuff. Well, you're not sharing like, and these people aren't stalkers. Like, you're going to look at their page, their picture, and you're going to see that they're like a normal person that you can add. So it's super important to add to your network, because these people are going to start to see your journey. Like, this is social media. If you're private about your social media, then I don't know. You really probably shouldn't be on social media, because I feel like anybody could get a hold of your stuff if they really want to. So you're going to be sharing about your journey. It doesn't mean you're going to invite them right away. You're not going to message them and be like, hey, do you want to join my challenge group? No, and we're going to talk about cold invites versus warm market, because that's something that's super hard for people to figure out, because it's a gray area and it's hard. And I'm just going to give you my take on it. I'm going to give you what I think is what I do and what I feel like has worked for me. And everybody's different, so you guys might find a different way. But then as you share, they're going to see your story. They're going to feel like they know you, because they kind of do, because they're following you. And it's kind of like, you can think of people that you're friends with on Facebook that you don't really know maybe that good, but you kind of like just know who they are, but you're friends with them on Facebook for whatever reason. And you feel like you kind of know them. It's the same thing. They're going to feel like they know you. They're going to start to like your stuff. And maybe they won't, but most likely they're going to like something, because you're being positive. You're sharing good stuff. You're just a light, hopefully, on their Facebook feed that makes them like intrigued by what you're doing. So they're probably eventually going to like your stuff. And that's when I recommend reaching out to somebody. And again, this isn't 10 minutes after you add them. This isn't maybe the day after you add them. I mean, if they like your stuff, you could be like, hey, thanks so much for accepting my Facebook post and giving me the support on my post, or thanks so much for accepting my Facebook request, friend request. And then you can just thank them for liking your post, and you could do the invite. You have to just do whatever feels right to you. I don't think that's a big deal, in my opinion. Yeah, you might get someone to come back, like Haley had said today. She got someone that came back and was like, oh my gosh, you're the third person, or something like that. You're the third person that's invited me to this. And it's like, well, you don't know if you don't ask. Like, and that's one of the things that Christina Sullins, which is like our upline, who's like super successful at this business and has been in it for a really long time. She's like, be bold, shoot the invite, ask the question. Like, you're literally just asking them if they want to join an accountability group with a bunch of moms who do at-home workout programs. Like, I just don't, and maybe it's because I love this, and maybe it's because I'm comfortable with it now, but I wouldn't take offense to that if someone invited me to it, because there's a tasteful way to do it without being like, hey, I signed up as a Beachbody coach, and now I was wondering if you would want to do, like, I mean, there's just a tasteful way to be like, just talking to them like they're your friend. Like, hey, how are you? Like, I really appreciate your support on my post. Like, I really appreciate the encouragement, because you can say, because whatever, like, just be honest with them, because it's hard sometimes to share the stuff that whatever, or that post was hard for me to share. So I really appreciate your support. And then you just are like, hey, what do you do for workouts? That's simple. Like, just shoot it's basically an invite without saying like, hey, because then it's just opening up the conversation. So an invite can count as that. It doesn't have to be necessarily like you're literally describing in your first message exactly what you're doing. An invite is just an opening conversation where you know that the conversation is going to go to workouts, or it's going to go to what they're doing on their fitness level. So to get back to adding to your network, so these people are just going to start to watch you. And that's how I have grown my business. Is I have met tons of people on social media, some of my new coaches, some of our team, and my new customers. It's like, I would have never known them. I would have never connected with them, but it's super fun when you connect with somebody and you can just message them and talk. And like, we talk about other stuff. It's not like I'm like only talking about Beachbody with them. I'm just literally like, we're sharing different things about our life. And it really is creating relationships, like Jamie said in her live video the other day. So I want to break down cold invites, because I just feel like this is a subject that's super hard, because you all want to know, like, okay, so now I've reached out to somebody, or maybe, okay, so let's talk about forming really quick. So there's ways to form. If you guys remember from the new coach videos, FORM stands for family, occupation, recreation, and message. So that's just a fancy term for, like, when we say you need to form them, that just means that you're going to like get to know them, basically. So you're going to talk about family, you're going to talk about their occupation, they're going to talk about what they like to do for fun and different things like that. So, and then you're going to like just continue to message them. So sometimes in the past, I've just basically like seen a post that somebody's done that I'm friends with that I don't really know that well. And I've reached out to them like, oh my, I loved your post about about whatever it was. And I connected with them on a personal level. So either I had that same experience, or I liked the shoes that they were wearing, or whatever. So you can do it that way. Sometimes that feels hard for people. But that's a way to do it. And I've done it. However, I think a lot of the forming will come from people liking your post and you getting to know them when you reach out to them. And sometimes you don't get to know people until they say yes. Like I've did invites where I don't know this person very well, but like they've liked my stuff and they say yes, they want to jump into my challenge group, which I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. That doesn't always happen, but they want to jump in, and then I grow like close with them because the fact that they're in our groups, and you know how it is in our groups, it's like a family and we feel like we're a part of something because we are. So that's like sometimes how I connect with people too, is just when I send the invite, they say yes, and then I get to know them. But there's so many ways to form, because you can they can post something and you can like it, you can comment on it, you can give them support, encouragement. So there's so many ways to connect with them without necessarily like cold messaging them to say like, hey, I loved your picture or whatever, but you can do that too. Does that make sense? And then once you're doing all these things each day, so you're adding to your network, so you're gaining new Facebook friends that keep coming in each day. You should be adding like 5 to 10 people a day. And then you're doing your invites. So you're sending people messages, inviting them to your challenge group, inviting them to do 2B Mindset, or whatever program it is you're doing, or just asking them if they would be interested in doing a program. And then you're doing your follow-ups. So you're following up from the people that maybe yesterday like haven't responded, or needed to think about it, or needed to ask their husband, or whatever the case was. So then you're following up with them, and then you're offering encouragement on people's posts, or you're sending some invites to people, just catching up with people that you haven't talked to for a while. Not invites, but I mean messages with people that you haven't talked to for a while. So see how this constantly keeps conversations going, and it makes it simple, because then those people some of them will start to reach back out to you on their own. They're going to see your stuff, they're going to see your results, and they weren't ready right now, and that's okay. But you never know. In 6 months, they might be ready. In 2 years, they might be ready. Next week, they might be. But really, I find that I feel like a lot of my yeses come from follow-ups, because they say it takes 3 to 5 exposures for people with a message before they're going to say yes. Because it just does. Some people don't know what you're doing. And I want to share something really quick. I shared this with Linda the other day, and it just made me think. So for example, I just want to tell you this story, because I had 2 instances where I was in person with somebody, and I flat out told them what I did, which this was I can remember when I first started as a coach, I'm I always didn't know how to say what it was that I did. So I'd be well, I do this thing. It's a fitness thing. It's on the side. I don't do it full time, but and I just felt icky about not icky, but just I couldn't just be I'm a coach. I'm a health and wellness coach. I help people get fit. I help them lose weight. And whatever, it's not that big of a deal, but I felt I needed to just ho-hum around about it. So anyways, and that takes a while, but you just after you talk to people and you just feel comfortable with what you're doing, I think that will just come. But anyway, so I go to Maurice's before I went to Mexico, and this girl at the checkout is they're oh, because one of the girls is oh, you're going to Mexico? What are you going to Mexico for? And I'm oh, I earned this trip for this fitness company I work for. And she's oh, well, I'd love to earn a trip to Mexico. And I'm yeah, it's through Beachbody. And I kind of explained. And then she's oh, but I don't like to work out, and I do not like to eat healthy. And then I'm oh, okay, well, so I'm okay, well, I can add you on Facebook. I'd love to add you on Facebook, and just you can just see if it's something that might be for you. So I add her on, I leave a stalker, not really, go to my car, and I add her on Facebook because I was afraid I was going to forget her name. So so time goes on. I don't even reach out to this girl. Okay. Don't even message her. I don't even know if she liked any of my stuff. Don't know. Not focused on that really, because I'm just growing as I go, I'm just gaining new people for my network. So I'm not focused on like her really right now. So, so then I go back into Maurice's. I had a CE class on Friday in Effingham. Go back in there. The girl that had been in the CE class with me happens to come into Maurice's, and I had lunch with her. I don't know this girl. Okay. Just met her. Had lunch with her, told her I went to Punta Cana last year, told her I went to Mexico this year, told her I went on a cruise the year before, but I didn't tell her anything about like why I went on these trips. So the girl that works there is like, I hand her my stuff because and I remember her, but she doesn't remember me at this point. I hand her my stuff because she's like, hey, I can get you a fitting room. I hand her my stuff. She's like, what was your name? And I'm like, Tabitha. And then she was like, oh, Beachbody. So then the girl that was in my CE class with me standing there, and she's like, oh my gosh, you do Beachbody? She's like, I'm doing 80-day obsession right now. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, oh, don't you love it? Like, blah, blah, blah. So we get to talking. I'm like, oh, do you have a coach? And she's like, yeah, but it's like this girl I was in the army with. So like, I don't know. And I'm like, well, does she run Facebook groups? Like, is she active? And she's like, well, I was in her groups, but like, I like unfollowed her because blah, blah, blah. Like, she's like, yeah. So I don't know if she's not super active. I don't know if she doesn't do much in her groups, whatever the reason is. So I'm like, oh, I would love to have you in our groups if you wanted to. We have a really awesome fit family and you would love it and blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, so how do you, cause she said, well, how do you, oh, and I said, oh yeah. Like, cause she's a hygienist. So she knows what I make. And she's like, I'm like, yeah, I've matched my income with Beachbody. And she's like, how do you make money with Beachbody? So we talk a little bit. I kind of give her the gist. I'm like, yeah, that's how I earned those free trips and stuff I was talking about earlier, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I add her on Facebook. I get her first name, and I already knew her last name. So I added her on Facebook. So I go to her Facebook profile page after she's accepted it, and I see that she is friends with not only one, but two other coaches that I know. And which is fine. Like, I'm not trying to take her away from her coach. That's not the point. The point is she doesn't know how we make money as coaches. She doesn't even know this is a thing. Like, she doesn't even understand that this exists. And one of the girls that she's friends with has just quit her job to do Beachbody full time. So my point is, people don't always see your stuff. So if they don't interact, Facebook algorithm is because the way it works is the people, you'll notice that you see all of my stuff mostly, because not mostly, but I mean, you see a lot of my stuff. And the reason is because you guys like my stuff. I see all of your stuff is because I like your stuff and I comment on it, and we interact a lot on Facebook. So the top people you interact with on Facebook are what is going to be at the top of your feed. So with her, maybe she didn't interact with that girl. So maybe that she didn't see any of those girls' posts about leaving her job and how she was doing Beachbody full time. So my point is, you never know who you're going to run into and be able to share this with. And if this would have happened to me, like, I don't even know, maybe 6 or 8, 10 months or a year ago, I would have probably been like, oh, it's just like this fitness company. Like, I just earned this trip. Like, I just work for a fitness company. Like, and that's all I would have said, because I don't know if I wouldn't have felt confident about it, or I don't really know why. But it's funny because across the board, like other coaches, like some of my friends have done coach trainings on how to talk about what you're doing. Kind of like if you're in the elevator, like you just tell people, oh, my name's Tabitha and I blah, blah, blah. And, you come up with your elevator story, they call it. But anyways, my point is they don't always see your stuff. They don't know what you're doing. So that's your job. Our job is to reach out to people, to invite them to this amazing thing that's going to change their life if they're willing, again, like you guys as coaches, if they're willing to make it work, if they're willing to figure out how they can fit fitness into their day and how they can fit healthy and just making time for them into their day. And it's our job to help them see that they can. But I just was blown away when I saw that she was friends with those two people and had no idea that like making money as a coach was a thing. So you just never know. Okay. So as far as the warm, like obviously warm market is the people that like, them, you feel comfortable talking to them. You feel like you can just literally shoot the invite. Like, hey, I just wondered if you'd want to jump in this new program I'm doing. And when you guys, like, most of you have purchased 2B Mindset. And if you haven't, like, I really think it's super important that you do that, simply because the program's amazing. And I'm just getting into it, but I don't know. Obviously, you guys already know this. But anyway, when you guys are doing the program, it's easy to invite people to something you're doing that's working. That's amazing. So it's not that hard to reach out. But so especially those people that are warm, like, you can just be like, hey, do you want to do this with me? Like, I would love to, like, have you do this program with me. And that sort of thing. So that's easy. Those are easy people to reach out to. To me, and coaches would disagree on this statement that I'm about to make. This is just my opinion. A cold invite to me is somebody who you've never spoke with ever, and you just added them on Facebook, and you literally, like, messaged them like 10 minutes ago, and they just accepted your friend request. Because I don't think, and yeah, you don't want to blast. That's just my opinion. My other coach friends, a lot of them would say different. And of course, like, there's no set time I can say, okay, you need to give it this much time and you need to wait until the conversation goes towards this. You have to do what you feel like. If you're drawn to message that person, and you're drawn because you like their posts, or you think that they would be and make an awesome challenger, or you think they would make an awesome coach, then you reach out to them and you tell them that. Like, you tell them why you think they're amazing, or why you want them in your challenge group, and their positivity, or whatever it is that, like, that just sticks out to you. Be honest and tell them. Because I just think you guys just have to use your own judgment with that. Because I could be Facebook friends. I mean, another example of a cold invite would be, I've been Facebook friends with this person for a year, but, like, literally they've never liked my stuff, and I've never really paid attention to them, and I just invite them. Now that's a pretty cold invite. But I'm talking about, that's why you have to continuously keep adding to your network, because those people, I promise, not all of them, but the people that you add will start liking your stuff, and they're going to start seeing it. And it's just a simple way to say, like, hey, thank you so much. Would you want to join me? Basically. I just don't feel like it's a cold invite, because they're liking your stuff. They've been seeing what you're doing. This isn't like, you're just asking them, you're thanking them, and you're asking them if they want to join you. I don't think it's cold. And they're going to tell you, they're either going to not respond, or they're going to say, yes, I'd love more information. And you're going to be like, whoa, what if I wouldn't have sent that invite? Like, what if I wouldn't have reached out to her? Because it's easy to be like, oh, I shouldn't have reached out to her because she didn't respond now, and she thinks I'm a psycho, and she thinks I'm a stalker. But, like, you don't know until you reach out. And there's been so many times that I've reached out to people, like, in those same situations where they weren't in my warm market, but I felt like I could invite them because they had given me support and, like, patted me on the back for whatever I was doing with my fitness or whatever. And they were like, yes, I would love more information, as I have no idea. I've never done a Beachbody program, or I can't make it to the gym because I have kids and whatever. So anyways, I hope that helps you guys. You just have to use your own just kind of, and you're going to figure it out. You're going to get in your routine. You guys are already kind of figuring it out, and you're going to just be able to just figure out which direction you need to go with the message. So hopefully that helps you. And you just need to also pay attention to how many people you're talking to, because if you feel like you're stuck, or you feel like you're not getting people to join you, my guess is that you're not inviting enough people, because I could send 10 invites today, and I could get maybe no responses. I could get maybe one person interested. But the thing of it is some of them will start to respond, like, in the days to come. Some of them will respond and want more information, but they'll take a while to get back with me. But they're going to, like, a lot of times they're going to say yes, but it's just going to take a couple weeks of you talking to them, sharing with them, maybe your post. Like, I have people that I'll invite and they'll say no. And I'll post the next day, or a couple days later, or maybe a week later. And one of my posts with my fitness will just get them. Meaning they were already on the fence about it, but something maybe I said, or something, the results that I'm getting or whatever, they're like, okay, I'm ready to do this. So you just never know, but the invites you're sending today are going to make you successful next month, and so on. It's a continuous thing. It's like a snowball effect, because all the work you do today isn't going to show up today. It's going to show up in the days to come. Because right now you're going to work for a little, and then work a lot for a little. And then later in the future, you're going to work a little for a lot. Because, and I shared this on Abby's call last week that I did for her, I feel like I'm working less now than I was 6 months ago or a year ago when I was like working my ASS off. Because I've grown, people follow me and it's taken a while to acquire like such an awesome, amazing fit fam, which you guys are a super big part of, and you're adding your customers too, which is making like, I just love our freaking challenge group. And I think it's like the best ever. But what's super fun about it is that you guys are going to add your people to it, and we're all connected like together. This isn't just my group. This is your group. And we've done it before where we separated and we did different groups. And it was fine. It works. I think a lot of you guys are go-getters, and you'll be like, and I've had coaches like, I want to run my own group. I think that's great. I think you should run your own group at some point. But I want to tell you that I think it's amazing when we come together, and me and Jessica Servi have done this both ways. And I know Danielle and Linda had ran groups too. And we had other coaches in the past run groups on their own. And think about it. We have all this motivation in our huge group, and there's so many people, and there's just so much interaction and positivity, and you get to know these people that you have no idea who they are. You've never even met them. But think about if you ran your own challenge group and there was 5 people in there or 10, and 2 of them were posting and you were posting. So there's 3 people posting, which is fine. Some people like a smaller, intimate group. I just feel like I think it's great for people to see a variety of people that are, every shape and size. You're getting up at 4 a.m. to get your workout in, and it's just in before work, like, and you got kids and you got all the stuff going on, but you're showing people that it can be done. So I just love the variety that we have in our group, as far as like just showing people that there's just anybody can do it. We can all figure it out, and we can do it together. That's really all I was going to say, I think. And the only other thing I was going to say to those of you who hit Emerald, and I already kind of talked to you about this today, but I wanted to just breeze through this. So when you hit Emerald, you're going to sign. We had girls do it this week in a day, and we had girls do it in like a week. And anyways, it's amazing. You can do it in a day, obviously. So the messages you're sending now, again, like same thing, you're going to gain coaches. If you're sending out those coach invites and you're letting someone know that they could earn money, that they could get their product paid for, that they could get a discount, that they could help others on their journey and hold themselves more accountable by being a coach, because we all know that we would fall off like big time if we weren't helping others. Like, I'm going to just keep up with this because I'm helping others. Why would I fall completely off track? But what I want to say is at the beginning, when you go Emerald, your rank's going to be just a hair shaky. Coaches go inactive. They don't order their Shakeology. Maybe they quit because they didn't give it time, because they felt like they couldn't do it, or whatever the case is. So you want to go Emerald, and then you want to go Emerald again. And I don't say that to stress you out. I just say it because you want to stabilize your rank, and you just want to like start to grow your team. And when you hit it, you don't just stop and rest. Like when you hit Diamond, you think, like, some coaches are like, oh, I hit Diamond. Okay. Like, I'm going to take a break. You can't take a break because you just hit Diamond, which means that you like need to stabilize your rank. And we can talk about that at another time. But the point is if you hit Emerald, you can hit it again. So it's not a stressful thing. It's just literally getting 2 more people to join you in your journey and be open to either a discount or helping others or whatever. And I think you guys are doing awesome about sharing about it, even with someone who says yes. So I've been sharing about it, even when someone says yes, they want to join my group and they want 2B mindset or they want BOD or whatever, and I'm getting them on Shakeology or the performance stack or whatever, 80 day. I like ask them at that point, like, would you want to help others? Would you want to receive a discount? If you want to make this part of your lifestyle, I'm going to turn that down. If you want to make this part of your lifestyle and you know that you're going to be like in this and you want this like to be you, then, you should really consider like jumping in to our team and to the discount and to more accountability or whatever. So you can share about it at that point, and then they can say no, but I just think it's good to give them every option, because then they're just like, they're already in for the discount. And next month you don't have to like mess around with the fact that, okay, now they need to purchase another challenge pack, and they bought BOD challenge packs. They already have BOD. So now what challenge pack are they going to get? And obviously with 2B mindset, it makes it simple because they could order that one. But it's just best to sign up with a challenge pack because it waives the coach fee. So that's why it's important for them, because they could buy BOD and then they could pay $40 for the coach fee. And they're going to pay $140 when they could have got a challenge pack for $160, and they could have got a whole bag of Shakeology for $60. So break the price down to them. Let them know what a deal they're getting, because it's like a freaking steal. Like, we can't even get Shakeology for $60. So like, let them know, like, you're getting it over half off. It's $130 a bag, not for us, but for a customer, and they're getting it for $60. If they buy the BOD challenge pack with, for $160. Okay. What time is it? Because I feel like I talked like a really long time. Hold on, Summer. And you need to go brush your teeth, please.
I already did.
Okay. Go lay down and I'll be right there. Okay. You want to say hi?
Hi.
Oh, shoot. So do you guys have anything? I know that, like, I don't know, hopefully that was helpful. I feel like the hardest part for me to help you guys with, and it's really not that hard, but for me to explain the warm market, cold market, when to shoot the invite, when to form, when to build the relationship. Like, it's just like, you all have we all have a heart. We all have we all care about people. That's why we're doing this. So I can, except Carrie doesn't. But so don't second guess what you're doing, because you care about people. That's why you're doing this. At the end of the day, if you really genuinely want the best for people and you want to help them lose weight, and you are excited about this and you want to reach out to everybody, you're not going to do it the wrong way. And we know that we don't post our coach link. We know we don't post our link on Facebook, and we know we're not hey, every once in a while, I'll say Beachbody, Beachbody came into my life. If you're telling your story, you can say Beachbody came into your life. It's not it has to be a hush hush word. It's just that we stray away from using those words because people see network marketer and they want to run because they think that we're going to sell them some mascara or something. And so just do your best, and you're going to figure this out. But the best way to figure this out is to do it, and to keep messaging, and to keep finding ways to just work through it. Because we all have just had to kind of work it out on our own. And of course we're here for you to help you, to give you guidelines to go off of. Okay. 2 more things. Oh, 3 more things. Okay. I had my notes and I'm not even looking at. So the other thing I encourage you guys to do is to try a new product each month. So obviously we all did 2B mindset. So this month you're on that, maybe you're doing 80 day, maybe you got enough going on. But if you haven't done Energize, you need to use it. You need to try it. Recover's amazing. You need to use these products, and not that you have to order them all at once, because I don't mean that. But make sure Daily Sunshine. Obviously I see that that's in the 2B mindset, that she's recommending that as a snack, and she put the comparison up of Daily Sunshine compared to whatever else she was comparing, I forget. And I love Daily Sunshine. The chocolate is my new favorite thing. So I use that as a snack because I've already had my Shakeology, and I've already had my Recover, and I've already had my Energize. Now I'm looking for my next snack because I'm all about what else can I eat today? So I've been using that. So try to just order a new product each month, whether it's a Boost, your Beach Bars, whatever. I just encourage you to do that because it'll just help you to be able to share with people, or a 3-day refresh if you have never done one. I really encourage you to do it. The other thing I want to talk about too is really quick, and this is going to be over a few of your heads, and that's okay because we're going to get to know the volume situation. Abby Jimenez is doing a call for us next Monday. That's the 21st, I think. Yeah. No. What is that date? She's doing a call. Is that the 21st? Okay. Yes. So she's doing a call for us, and I'm super excited because she's going to be talking about the importance of being a 500, PV coach. So right now I can just tell you, we have coaches that are in the 1,000. That's huge. That's amazing. We have at least 3, maybe 4 coaches on our team who are almost at 1,000 or have surpassed it. And you can go by looking at, I can tell you what your volume is, or you can go online and check and see what your personal volume is. But it's a big deal. You want to kind of watch your volume, and you want to, basically that means you're getting people involved. It means that you're trying the products because your personal volume counts, and it means you're getting people involved. So I'm going to let her brush up on that on Monday, because she's going to explain it in a whole different way that will hopefully be like really helpful. I think will be really helpful for you guys. And the last thing I want to say is, I think it's super important, and I think you guys are really pretty good at this, but I really want you guys and all of us to, so we have new discount coaches jumping in, or we have new people jumping in our challenge group, and we announce them. I want you guys to like love the SHIT out of it, because in order for people to just feel like welcomed, they need to just like feel that, like, hey, like, we're so happy to have you, like, jump in, like, make yourself at home. Like, I just think that I'm just going to be honest, I sort of cringe when I see a post or someone added, and not like our customers aren't necessarily, like in our challenge group, our customers, maybe they just don't understand. They don't think it's that important that we like welcome them, because they don't do what we do necessarily, but we know how important it is. So typically we're the ones to welcome. But even in our team page, like, discount coaches are so important. They're just super important, because maybe right now it's not the time for them to build, but in the future it might be. And you want to continuously check in with your discount coaches to just be like, hey, can I help you? Like, or even your coaches, if you don't know what direction to lead them, like, hey, do you want to hit Emerald? Like, do you want to make this amount of money per month, per week? Like, what are your goals? Like, I want to help you. I'm willing to help you. Like, let's do some invites together. Let's whatever. So make sure you're keeping up with your coaches and supporting them and encouraging them in the way that they want to be. If they're not wanting to work this, then there's nothing you can do besides encourage them and let them know what it's done for you. There's nothing you can do to make them a working coach if they don't want to do it. But I really just ask that we all come together and just like really celebrate any coach that joins us, or any discount or regular coach. The other thing, if someone goes live, please, do you know how hard it is when you're like starting to go live and be like in front of everybody and it feels weird and scary? So like, love it. Like, love it. It's super important for us to just stay like excited about each other and what you guys are doing, because you should be proud of yourself, no matter if you did only one invite today, no matter if you just got your workout in and that's all you did today, or you only shared with one person, or you whatever. Like, just be proud of what you did today and set your goals for tomorrow. And that's what I'm trying to do. I think that's why I'm working a little less and I'm gaining like way more like results than I ever have in my business. And I think it's because I put so much work in, and you don't have to necessarily work like all the time, but you just want to be consistent and continue to work. And then, like I said, it's going to just show up and keep getting on the calls and keep like, just being engaged. Okay. I'm going to stop because that went a little longer than I thought it would. What do you guys need help with? I know most of you on here have already heard like, Success Club, or you pretty much know Success Club, and challenge packs, and a lot of the basic stuff. But what does anyone have anything that they want to say, or anything that they're struggling with that they want us to help with? And then unmute yourself if you do. And it's okay, just like ask the question, or if you feel like you just don't know where to begin, or you just feel stuck, or whatever it is. Does anybody have anything? I mean, I feel like you guys are kicking butt. And a lot of times I feel like a lot of coaches who aren't getting results will just be like, I know it's me. I know I just need to like do the work. I know I need to just get back into it, and that sort of thing. So sometimes it's just a lack of, being disciplined. Carrie, were you going to say something?
Just like Team Cycle bonus. I still don't really get that.
No, it's just so, it's like, it's not that hard, but it's freaking hard. So, okay. So, right. So you don't even want to worry about it until you get to Emerald, which I know you're there. So, and you're working to Diamond, and you're like going to be so freaking close here. So basically at the beginning, I want you guys to just not even think about the Team Cycle bonus. You might cycle a couple times as an Emerald coach, but you're not going to cycle a bunch because you can't physically have enough volume on your weak leg to make it cycle. So remember, on your strong leg, this is so silly. I don't know why I can't explain this, but this is just the way it is. Remember, on your strong leg, there's 200 and there's 100. Okay. So say you have totals on each side. So say you have only 200 on your weak leg. So like Carrie, can't remember how many coaches now you have on your weak leg, but they have 90 PV Shakeology going out every month. So 90. So you say you have 3. Okay. 90 plus 90 plus 90. Okay. So that's not going to equal 300, but that's your weak leg. So you're only going to take 100 from it. So it's going to be, so you're not even going to cycle 3 times, because your right leg, or not your right, but your strong leg, you already got volume going on over there. Okay. Cause I'm helping you do that. Jennifer Schaefer's helping you. Linda, everybody, Danielle, all y'all are pretty much on my left. And that's your strong leg. Now, Jennifer, you might be different because you're on Jessica Servi. You're under Michael Servi, and I don't even remember that. But so basically my point is, say you have 300 here and this is your weak leg, and you have 1,200 here, okay? Because again, the reason this is so high over here on your strong leg is because we're all helping you gain volume, which is really good because you're not having to build this leg by yourself. It's already kind of there, hanging out, like ready to be taking money. Like this is money right here, sitting here. So, but you have less than 300. So you can't, so you took 100 and you took 200. Then you took 100 and you took 200. Now you only have whatever the hell the math is there, okay, left, because you guys know I suck at math. So whatever's left there, 70, yeah, 70. So there's 70 volume points left here. It can't cycle anymore because we're out. We're out. So we only cycled twice, and as an Emerald coach, you get $14 per team cycle bonus, okay? So as you go to Ruby, if you hit Ruby, it's 16. If you hit Diamond, or when you hit Diamond, it's 18. So does that help you? I know that's super confusing, and it's hard to understand at the beginning when you're starting your team that this is going to be the bulk of your income. Retail commission and selling challenge pack is not going to be the bulk of your commission. You're creating residual income with your volume. That's why it's so important that you focus on volume and not rank. Because I could hit 5-star diamond, which means that I have 5 diamonds underneath me. I have 3 on one leg and 2 on the other. Doesn't matter. You have to have it equaled. If I was 4-star, it would be 2 on each. If I had 5 diamonds over here and only 1 over here, I would only be a 3-star diamond coach, because these guys haven't equaled out and I haven't built. So anyways, my point is, if I shoot for rank and I'm only focused on rank, and say I have 5 diamonds fall off. Okay, well, I have no volume now because they all fell off. And they didn't have big teams. Like they didn't have a lot of volume underneath them. So it's just, I know it's so super hard to understand. It's confusing, but as you build and you see that your coaches add coaches and their coaches add coaches, and then they sell challenge packs, and then your volume starts to grow on that weak leg, you start to team cycle bonus, and you can see your volume visibly in your coach online office. So I hope that helps, but I know it's super hard to understand, but really you don't even need to focus on that right now, because right now the bulk of your income comes from retail commission, and that's okay because that's what it is. And then you are just going to continue to build that weak leg, but you just want to get to Emerald, those of you who haven't, and then you want to focus on Diamond and forget the legs right now. You just need to know you have 4 for Diamond, you have 4 on each leg, and 2 of those coaches are Emerald. 1 coach on each leg is an Emerald coach. If you sign your spouse up, you build your spouse to Emerald, and then your other coach on the other leg. And I suggest putting your spouse on your weak leg. And if you guys need help signing up your spouse and putting them on your weak leg and me telling you which leg is your weak, I will do that. And then signing up another coach that wants to go Emerald, or is a working coach, basically a business builder. And you don't always know that when you sign coaches, but you want like another working coach to go Emerald on the other leg so that you are a Diamond coach. Does that help? Clear as mud.
And honestly, the more I heard this explained, the more it clicked, because I remember for the first while just being like, I don't even know. I'm just doing what Tabitha tells me to do. And it was fine. Like, honestly, it was fine because I heard it 2 or 3 times and it was still kind of going over my head. But then the more I heard it and the more I talked about it, like with Tabitha, I promise it will click. Although I don't know if I could try to explain it to you at this point. Like,
it's hard to explain. I struggle with
just the business model. It's the business model. And we, nothing to do with that. It just is what it is. So, I mean, it works. It's awesome. It works. It's just hard to understand the logistics behind it. So
like really quick, I want to say this. So I could easily, not easily, but like, okay, so I don't have that many coaches on my strong leg because I don't care about it because it's already strong. So I keep continuously piling coaches on my weak leg, I'm not going to rank advance. Basically, I'm not going to rank advance because I have only a couple working coaches on my right leg. So say I get 4 diamonds on my left leg. Well, I'm not going to be technically a whatever 5-star diamond coach because they're all over here on my left. But who cares? Because that's not where the residual income is. Because if I have all these guys, all you guys over there, and you're building your teams, like it's substantial versus if I just had like, it's just so hard to explain, but the rank recognition is for recognition, basically. Yes, you do get a bonus. You get a bonus if you hit 2-star every quarter. You get a bonus if you hit 5-star. You get a bonus if you hit 10-star, and it's huge. Like the freaking bonuses are outrageous, especially when you get up there and you get every single one of those bonuses. They give you those. So it's awesome, but hitting rank and advancing won't give you a full-time income. It just won't. Especially if all your diamonds are teetering, and it's just super hard to explain. You guys just need to focus on the stuff you're doing right now, and that'll come in the future. Cause I really stink at explaining it and helping you guys to understand that it doesn't matter. The rank doesn't matter. Besides, you do need to get to diamond, and then we'll talk about building your weak leg at that point. Yeah. So hopefully that was helpful I don't know. I was talking in circles there for a minute. Does anybody else have anything they want to say? I don't want to keep you guys super long, and I'll post this recording, but if you guys have anything, let me know, or message me after too. Anything else, you guys, before we jump off? But honestly, just keep doing what you're doing. I think I don't know, our team has never been, I'm just going to be real, it's never been on fire like it is right now. And I just think using that momentum is just so important, to use that to continue to reach out to people and to see okay, I can hit Emerald. I know I can do it. I can find 2 people who want to better their lives and who want to maybe make an extra income and want to just be a part of something amazing. I can find 2 people, and then you do it, and then you reach that goal. And then like Carrie said, I'm already writing down new goals because I hit my goals. Not that it was surprising that she hit them, but it was whoa, I hit those. Now I'm going to start another list of goals that I want to achieve. And it doesn't mean you have to achieve them this month. It just means that you're maybe, shooting to achieve them. But it's only the 15th tomorrow. So, and so many of you are already at Success Club. So you can do so much in 2 weeks left of the month. It's insane. You can hit Success Club 10, no problem, with this 2B mindset. I have no doubt about it. You can get 5 people involved in doing this amazing nutrition program, and make sure that you guys are tagging them in that information group. So it's the Live Your Life and Lose Weight information group. You should all be a part of that pretty much. But make sure you're tagging your people in Lindsay's videos, because it really helps to explain what the program's about, since she's done it. Whereas I feel like I'm talking in circles when I talk about it, because I don't know what the crap I'm doing yet. I'm not quite there. So let me know if you guys need anything, but just, you guys are doing awesome. So I'm super excited. And then Carlita and Jess, actually next Saturday, they're going to Christina Solon's for the Emerald retreat, right, Jess? So I'm super excited for them too, because there was specifications. If you were an Emerald coach and you had hit Success Club or whatever it was, you got to go. And so that's going to be awesome. So I'm hoping that
I'm thinking that she even opened it up till May. So there's, I can't remember.
These girls would be able to go.
Let me just check the group.
Worked. I mean, because it's $20. It's $20 or maybe 25 at the most. And this is huge. Christina Solon's. And she's having you guys over. I went to her house. I got to go to her house a couple of months ago. And she's amazing. But anyway, we can find out.
I haven't talked to her.
Carlita's going to, I know. But anyways, I don't know what you guys are doing the 19th. That's this Saturday. But if it would even be an option to go, it's, what is it? The time was like,
Yeah, sorry.
It was like 2 to, I don't even know. It's in Chicago. But anyway, we can talk about that later. If any of you guys are interested in even just seeing if that would be an option for you, I can like message her even and just ask like what, what. It's an Emerald retreat, but she's going to talk to you about like all kinds of different stuff for it's a training for her, or from her. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for getting on the call. Have a good rest of your week, and we'll talk really soon. Good night. Bye.